Established nearly a century ago, Ferris's School of Pharmacy remains one of the most prestigious pharmacy schools in the Midwest. More than half of all practicing pharmacists in Michigan hail from Ferris. The newest addition to Ferris is the College of Optometry, the only such school in Michigan and one of 14 in the nation.
Hello and welcome back to another Ferris State esports stream tonight. I'm joined by
Slash Rewind.
and we're looking forward to another match. I'm Virgil, and we will be tuning in to our very own Call of Duty team, Crimson team, very shortly here. I know they'll be playing up against Cleary College. They've been having a pretty good run against them so far. I know in the past they've had good luck beating this team. They're 3-0 in this league so far. So let's see if they can make it 4-0. Right now, coming up ahead of us, we're going to have a wonderful selection of map pools. It's going to start with Subbase. I've totally lost. There it is. Subbase into Karachi, Invasion, and then should we go past map 3, we're headed to Skid Row, one of my personal favorites, and then Invasion shortly afterwards. So definitely a fantastic performance coming up ahead of us tonight. What do you think we can expect from the Bulldogs tonight?
Hopefully what they did in their first game they had tonight against, I believe it was Carroll.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the first map, but they basically took over the rest of the 3 games. So I'm just looking for that domination to move forward.
Absolutely, and I know between the two teams tonight, there's a little bit of history. I know a couple of the players on Cleary University have been against the Bulldogs before, and so hopefully some of that animosity will be kept under control and in check. I imagine it will be. There's also some good players on Cleary, so definitely something to keep an eye out for. I know I heard from Otto directly that Plank is definitely somebody to keep an eye on from Cleary, so definitely could be a fantastic match coming up ahead of us. I'm really looking forward to getting to see some Skid Row. I don't want us to go to map 4. I would love to see the Bulldogs take that 3-0 victory and clean sweep it across the board, but I've got to say Skid Row is just so much fun to watch.
Well, you know what I say about Skid Row. Just make sure you get your P2s and P5s because it's literally the game.
Pretty much.
Literally the game.
Hard point, you've got to make sure you're playing that upstairs. P2, it's going to be crucial to taking away the map, and we look forward to seeing what they can do. I know tonight the Bulldogs, like you said, coming off a little bit of momentum, they managed to take a 3-1 victory over at Carroll University, so they moved themselves to 3-0 in the league. And so they're hoping to make it 4-0, a doubleheader tonight. If you weren't in the arena to watch the other one, you can feel free to come to the arena and watch this one. But don't worry, we have plenty more matches this week to come watch in the arena should you have the time. Don't worry, tomorrow as well, we will have Valorant Gold. I believe there's some other rosters playing tomorrow as well in the arena. So come support your friends, your significant others if they're on the team tomorrow and they have a match on Valentine's Day. Then, ladies, I'm sorry that
I am alone. Anyway.
But we are very much looking forward to how we'll spend our evening. I know a couple teams have rescheduled their matches from tomorrow as well, but Thursday we won't have any matches in the arena, which means that there will just be scrims and practices. But fortunately, Friday we'll have Man's Strongest Soldiers playing on stream as well, and then Saturday I believe there will be some matches for League of Legends. So keep your eyes out for what's going on.
No, isn't this weekend GLIAC?
You are absolutely right. Thank you for the reminder, Flash.
Yeah.
For those of you, I did yesterday mention that during GLIAC this weekend, there would potentially be lesser computer time for free use. I have been corrected. There will be no time for free computer use this weekend. There is a tournament being hosted, GLIAC, for those of you not Bulldogs or new to the Bulldog community. GLIAC is our athletic conference that most of our sports compete in. And alongside that, we do a GLIAC tournament with esports every year. Last year, it was hosted by Davenport University, but this year, we have the bid. It's hosted here. We'll have a lot of different universities sharing the space. So feel free to come, support your friends, watch your friends compete against other colleges in our own division. But absolutely, we'd love to have you come watch and support the Bulldogs. But please bear in mind, there will not be free use computers. There will not be time to just come.
Is that streamed on the Ferris Esports?
It absolutely will be. So if you're not following the Ferris State Twitch, this is a great time to follow it so you don't miss any of those matches. We look forward to seeing all of you this weekend if you come watch, and in the stream should you tune in. In the meantime, we should be heading in relatively shortly. I know they were finalizing the map picks earlier before they sent those to us. That 3-1 win to win a little longer than they were expecting, but definitely
especially for a 3-1. It was like
absolutely
long.
Well, so map 1, we're headed to sub-base hardpoint. As a whole, what's your thoughts on that map?
I think it just depends on where you spawn to start out, because if you spawn sub side, then it's just you hold P1 and then you can just rotate right into P2 because it's right next to it. And then basically, if you're on the other side, you're just braking the entire time. And we are loading in.
Awesome. And as we head in, we get to see...
We are on the side where we're going to need to break through and just kind of flip spawns if we can.
Yeah, this is definitely a difficult side. I've seen a lot of times this can be really difficult to get to that first P1 right off the bat compared to...
You know, I just realized there's like subs everywhere. And I said sub side. That could have literally been either side. So,
yes.
Yeah.
It's sub-base.
It's sub-base, so... Yeah.
I did know what you meant though. Yes,
Yeah.
the sub side obviously referring to this spawn, the counter spawn.
I'm guessing they need to restart.
A rehost must be the issue here at hand. 2 of the Bulldogs were the only ones loaded in. Sometimes Call of Duty just has a little bit of an issue. We've seen that before. It's nothing new, but we should be headed back in shortly. They'll get that sorted, and then we'll be back in a moment. But it gives us another minute to talk about sub-base and hardpoint. I have to say this map is really fun to watch. It's really fun to play.
Very mixy, yeah.
There's a lot going on. It doesn't ever feel like there's a really one-sided way to play it. There's a lot of fun. You can use a lot of the different weapons on it. Obviously, the ones that aren't GA'd. We had a little discussion about this earlier. But we're definitely looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing what Otto can do on this map. I know they were finishing up against...
He loves this map.
He does, yes. And I've seen some really phenomenal things on this map. Between various tournaments and matches of our own Bulldogs, I've seen some very crazy things happen on sub-base. I've seen people drop 50 bombs on land. I'm really looking forward to what we get to see from our own Bulldogs tonight. But that means after that, we'll be headed into Karachi for map 2, I believe.
For the 476th time, yeah.
Now, I'm a little biased on this one. Karachi and Invasion are probably 2 of my least favorite maps. I think Invasion, I would get a little less flack for that opinion, but I do think Karachi I would get...
I like Invasion for Search and Hardpoint, but it's not a good control map because, like, it's just based off of one hill the entire time, so...
Absolutely, and I think Invasion also creates a... It feels like the map is too divided.
The same thing. It's just... I think there's a little bit more chance to hold the A site on Karachi than there is for B site on Invasion. It's just like you just have more chances to actually defend that B site instead of the A site or the B site on Invasion, because literally you just spawn closer. So
well, and something else worth talking about tonight: the new gun. I know Otto's been using it a fair amount. The Striker got a...
It's not GA'd yet. So
it's not GA'd yet. The Striker got a bit of a buff, and I know he put on quite the performance against Carroll with it. So let's see what they can do against Cleary.
Yeah, he was moving through. He was kind of just comparing the Rival 9 and the Striker 45, but it looks like he's settled on that.
It does look like we're loaded in correctly this time. Remember, Ferris State on the left, Cleary on the right. Let's see what we have going on here. Otto pre-nading.
Okay.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, the rehost will happen again. Call of Duty, this is an occurrence that happens sometimes. For those of you that have ever loaded into maybe your League of Legends match and the setting was wrong or you didn't have something quite right, this does happen. It goes from game to game. Call of Duty, I just know with the servers, it tends to be a bit of a recurring issue.
Yeah.
But the good news is we get a little more time to talk about GLIAC this weekend. I'm really excited for GLIAC. Last year was my first semester at Ferris when we did GLIAC, and I had an absolute blast. And so I definitely also will be reaching out to a couple of people. We need casters for this weekend from Ferris State. We'll be hosting and doing all of the streams here ourselves. So if you are interested in casting one of the games that will be offered this weekend, then we would love to have you.
Would you like to go over the games that we're playing this weekend?
That's a great idea, Flash. I think that's it's crazy how you knew I was going to try and segue. This weekend we will have League of Legends, Super Smash Brothers, Rocket League, Valorant. And I said that like there was going to be an and one more, but I think that's it. That's the end of that. So if you are familiar with one of those 4 games and you have an interest in casting and you're a student here at Ferris, shoot me a DM, send a message in chat right now in Twitch. We'd love to have you reach out. We'll get it figured out. We'd love to have you come cast this weekend. I've got a couple people in mind that I'll be reaching out to as well. We would really love to have you guys come cast this weekend. It's a big event. It draws a lot of attention. Last year, we had a pretty good performance in Super Smash Brothers, and Rocket League, I believe, made it both to semifinals. Our League of Legends team had a pretty rough go, but we also have Valorant this year as a new addition to the GLIAC tournament.
That wasn't there last year. So.
Yeah. I know some of the teams, Valorant was still on the up and coming for a couple of schools to really develop teams. And so that is something that within the past year has changed, and GLIAC decided that Valorant would be added. So our own Ferris State Valorant Crimson team will be able to go into that match this weekend, coming off a hot win against University of Michigan's JV team this past weekend.
Yeah, that was a pretty good victory. I was doing homework. I wasn't able to be here, but I watched some of it, and they looked pretty good on both maps. So
Absolutely.
That bind took forever.
The bind map got a little bit away from them, I think,
Yeah.
but they still brought it back, held it out. Remember, for those of you that weren't there last night, our Bulldogs won map 1 13-5, and then map 2 was a 16-14 victory, I believe. So definitely. But they slogged through, they got it, and they took away a victory. Another one for the season. They're 2-0, walking away from the season right now. And if you weren't here earlier tonight, our Overwatch team, Crimson, took another victory for themselves as well over University of Michigan Flint. So, I don't know. All I have to say is recently with these U of M games, it seems like Antor might be sweating a little bit.
Yeah, I know, right?
But absolutely a phenomenal performance. One other thing we can take some time to talk about is just casting and production in general. If any of you are interested in getting involved, you think, oh, I'd be really good at, I know a lot about Overwatch. I want to spectate that. I like spectating Overwatch. We would love to have you do that. We definitely need more people involved in production, and would love to have you all take part. If you're interested in casting, you think, ooh, I can bring the spirit behind these streams. I can be like Flash. I can talk about Call of Duty.
I was gonna say I just know how to talk about Call of Duty.
Yes. So production team is many people. It changes out. Guardians was a wonderful addition to this team that we've been able to bring on board. Has been incredibly useful in terms of spectating for us week after week after week. So if you see Guardians, make sure you thank him for the functionality of our COD streams. But in the meantime, we should hopefully be getting sorted back into lobby soon. Third time's a charm.
This one's taking a little bit longer than the last one. So.
We should be headed in relatively shortly, though. Sub base, like we saw, Otto, they seemed ready that time. I thought that lobby looked okay. I'm not too sure what the issue was.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe, like you said, the spawns could have been incorrect, could have been the wrong sides maybe. But they'll get that sorted and started. One other thing we can keep an eye out for is coming up is our overnight.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that thing.
Our overnight stay in the arena. So after GLIAC this weekend, the next weekend, we'll have an opportunity for everybody to come into the arena. You can spend the night there. We'll have games. We'll be playing together. We'll figure some things out. There will be some open computer time, I believe, slotted. But the idea is that we want to have a fun community event. So if you plan on showing up and just sitting there and playing a game for 8 hours on your own, the likelihood that will be allowed is probably lesser. We want to encourage y'all to really hang out, have a good time with each other, and we're going to have a good time. I know we're going to plan some party games. There'll be some snacks, some hot cocoa. We'll get it all figured out, but we're looking forward to that. And then the next week after that is spring break, so Bulldogs, make sure you get your homework finished and ready to go so we can enjoy that week. But we're headed into the lobby, finally getting started. No draw kicked off yet, so that's what I like to see. Loading in, we're looking at Airstrike, looking to see what he can find here as he pushes towards base. We're going to see that nade come out. Won't quite find anything. Breaking the ankles, finds the first blood. Airstrike already on the point, able to grab some points. Cleary only getting the 3 before Ferris State gets on. Airstrike will go down shortly afterwards.
It looked like a good break to start, but they flanked through the back or just right behind him, and they were able to break. So that was good maintained by Cleary. But you can see that we're gonna start making our way through P5 up into P2 to try and flip spawns.
Absolutely, and as Cleary finds 2, Missing Piece and Airstrike both went down there. We're gonna look to see what can be changed here. Gibby able to find 1, but not before the Bulldogs find 2. Otto and Mikey, the dynamic duo, able to find 2. Plank is able to find that kill on Airstrike. I'm not sure what that image is.
He got pelted by a stunner like a nade.
It killed him with the nade?
Yeah, it's like what a YouTube used to be, but now it's... Yeah, it's just impact.
Cloaked is able to find a kill on Airstrike, but Plank quickly traded out. Cloaked finds himself a second, fighting behind the box. That's 2 down off the Bulldogs, and they're going to swing back out on Missing Piece. Will they be able to find it? He's playing careful. Good positioning and able to make it out alive. Otto does go down, but as the Bulldogs look to push onto this point, Cleary taking an early lead, 51-4. Ferris State's got to have to find a way to turn this one around. Like you said, flip those spawns could be very big for this, as Bowie is able to find a kill on Missing Piece. Cloaked will fall in return.
Yeah, I think they're just going to chalk this and hold for P3. It looks like that's what they're going to do. Because now they can't flip spawns because that'll just give Cleary what they want, which is P3. So look for us to kind of sit back and wait for them to come to us.
Otto going for a swim in the cold, cold weather. Mikey able to find 2, 1, 2, back-to-back. Bowie and Plank go down. Mikey's got himself a nice 3 streak going on as the Missing Piece will fall, but Mikey looking to find himself a fourth. He does, but not before Bowie can shut him an airstrike down.
Oh,
Plank able to
no.
find one as well, and Ferris State, all of a sudden, what looked like a point that could have been theirs off the start of P3 is not going to actually end up being an easy grab the way that they thought. A missing piece rotating around, looking to push alongside his team. They really want to take over this point. They can't allow any more free points from Cleary. Mikey able to find the first one from the top ropes, looking for an opportunity for another. Doubles back, finds it. Mikey with a clean little two-piece, looking to find himself a third now. As he drops down, finds it, cleans it up. Sub-base is his domain.
Yeah, that was a very much needed break. They get that extra 30 points. They're down by basically 120, which is 2 hills, full hills.
Gibby
which
swings
is not
out,
easy to come back from.
able to find the kill on a missing piece. Mikey and airstrike also go down. The Bulldogs, Otto, the only one standing, but the spawns in their favor. Mikey able to find a kill on Bowie before he's traded out by Plank. Plank playing that top area will make it difficult to find the fight. Gibby able to peek from underneath and get that kill on Otto. Airstrike looking for one more, swings around. Can't quite find it. Mikey goes down. Airstrike able to avenge his teammate, but needs to look to find another. Throws the nade, decides to double back, reposition for the hard point number 4. Bowie, Gibby, both able to find a kill there, and once again, Cleary will take over the hard point. Ferris State having a tough time here. 21 points for Ferris and 113 and counting for Cleary as they find a friendly fire grenade. Plank, Cloaked, both able to find one. Plank with a nice 2-piece on that one as well. Otto looking to shut him down, find some damage, but it's not quite enough. Gibby there to protect his teammate. Otto will fall, and Ferris State having a tough time here. Gibby able to find a double kill on Mikey.
Oh, no.
Airstrike with a nade that went wrong, and then will fall to Gibby shortly afterwards. Plank will also find one in Ferris State, seemingly just getting steamrolled right now. Can't seem to find their momentum underneath their feet.
I mean, they're early to these rotations. It's just like they're not winning their trades, or they're not winning just key gunfights in P1.
Absolutely. Mikey able to find himself an early kill. Looking to make a play off of that. An early pick could be something that the Bulldogs could make a play out of now. Moving on to the hard point. Otto will fall. Mikey goes to check the same corner. Looking to find himself one. Looks like he didn't spot him. He does. Can't quite find it as Cloak will pick up that kill, and Ferris State once again will lose the hard point. 160 and counting. This is a brutal map 1, but if it goes anything like the match against Carroll did, map 1 can immediately turn into 3 maps for Ferris State. Airstrike will fall. Bowie also traded out in the process. Missing piece will be traded out backwards. Cloaked now on a 5 killing spree, and Plank, exactly like Otto said, putting on quite the performance. 12 and 5 with a 9 streak. Finally ended by Otto himself. Mikey able to find one in the trade for Airstrike. Now looking to push around, find some extra positioning for his teammates. Can't quite find it. Mikey collapsed on from above, and his missing piece will also go down in that fight. Otto looks to find one. Plank finally brought down.
Yeah, it just feels like every time we think we find a chink in the armor, they just find a way to close it right back up and put us back to square one.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely Ferris State seems to be having this difficult time getting this movement. Otto will pop that dead silence. Cloaked finds that kill on him instead. Not a fortunate scenario, especially since you just popped that streak. Plank will go down, missing piece, and Airstrike traded out in the process, though. Mikey finds a kill on Bowie, a 2 for 2. Drops down, looks to find another, can't quite find it as they're back to P1. Mikey goes down, Airstrike pushing up, looking to find himself a kill here. Looks left, throws the nade, well placed. Not quite a kill, but Cloaked will bring one down for them anyways, but as a missing piece and Airstrike fall, it's a 2 for 1. And Ferris State didn't even get to pick up any of the kills. Mikey couldn't quite find the shots he needed. Plank will fall as well, and Ferris State seemingly really having a difficult time to get a handle on this point. 192 and counting, and 30 for Ferris State. They're going to have to turn this one around drastically if they're going to take this sub-base map as their own. Cloaked finding a double kill. Gibby, the only one to go down in that fight. Cloaked making it out alive as well. The movement to make it difficult for Otto to hit him. Now peeking out that door. Will it be enough? Some shots are fired. The pre-fire as well. He peeks out again. Otto continues firing. Will he find a kill? Not quite. Airstrike. Beautifully played. Finds a kill with the nade. Now waits his time. Decides to heal up. Swings back out. Bowie able to find that kill. Airstrike can't quite find it, but a missing piece is there to pick up the vengeance as a missing piece will fall. Mikey also there to make the play. Gibby goes down. A missing piece falls as well, but Ferris State finally able to get Cleary off of those hard points for even just a little bit of time, and now they're even getting themselves some points as the pistol from Airstrike just doesn't seem to be enough, and Cleary holding on to this top area, not enough. Otto comes in, cleans up 2. Bowie swings into the point though, able to find a kill, meleeed onto Mikey, and a 3-piece as a missing piece will also fall. Can he make it a 4? Airstrike able to finally shut him down. Otto able to find that kill on Gibby and able to grab themselves some points on that hard point. Going to prove to be crucial here. 202 for Cleary, 43 and counting now for our Bulldogs.
Yeah, definitely some much needed points for the Bulldogs there. It looked a little rough, and they were able to maintain at least what it looks like 30 seconds. So hopefully they can try and chain that to this piece here.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now we're seeing a missing piece. Swings out. Can't quite find it. Plank able to find that kill on Mikey, and Gibby will get the kill on a missing piece as well. Stun grenade won't quite be enough. The trophy system is up. Airstrike, Otto both go down. 217 and counting for Cleary. This one looks like it could be a difficult one to bring back, as a missing piece will fall, and Otto. Next one to pull up. Can't quite find it. Plank. Once again, a beautiful kill. A 5 streak for Plank now, as he's 22 and 10. And Cloaked, 22 and 5.
Yeah, it just looks like whatever Cleary's doing, they're doing it perfectly and flawlessly, and we just haven't found a way to crack.
Yeah, Mikey seemingly running out of ammo there, as he'll go down to Bowie. Cloak also finds a kill on Otto. Gibby finally shut down by a missing piece, but Bowie will find that trade for his teammate. Airstrike able to trade that one back out. Now at mid with his team repositioning, moving towards the next hard point. 56 seconds and counting on this hard point. Dry Dock will go to the Bulldogs for the time being. At least 53 points and counting to Cleary's 248. There's really no room for error at this point. 248 is 2 seconds of hard point time. If Cleary can even so much as kill the Bulldogs for just a moment in the time it takes to respawn, Ferris State would drop the map. So going to have to flawlessly execute this map from here on out, as Cloak is able to find one. Gibby gets another on Airstrike. Bowie and Gibby traded out, but a missing piece and Airstrike both fall, and that's enough. Cleary grabs themselves map number 1. A difficult start by all means.
Just overall, just a rough game for the Bulldogs. And it kind of looks similar to the first game against Carroll. I'm not saying it's going to be the same outcome, but they had the same struggles, like just trying to find space in the first game. So
yeah, absolutely. And one thing that's definitely going to be a problem here is seemingly Plank and Cloaked are putting up numbers.
Yeah.
23 and 12, 26 and 5 combined, nearly dropping a 50 bomb with less than 20 deaths.
Yeah.
Is a pretty impressive performance from Cleary. So Ferris State definitely going to have to switch things up here going into map number 2. I think the biggest issue there really going to be that they get their momentum from the Carroll University win, but now it's all just been shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the momentum definitely going to be harder to maintain coming off that Carroll victory after dropping a map like that. But the Bulldogs seemed relatively unfazed in there.
Yeah.
So we should be heading into the next map relatively shortly. As you may know, Cadbury hosting can sometimes take a moment.
A little longer than expected.
But it's a great opportunity to talk about what's coming up next on the map that I've now forgotten.
Okay, I think it was
Karachi.
Karachi, yeah.
We're headed to Karachi next, which is going to be for Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
Search and Destroy, a map that I have not...
Mode?
Yes, thank you. Search and Destroy, a mode on a map that I particularly do not like. I would say Karachi probably falls at the bottom of my list in terms of maps.
Really?
Yes, and I know I definitely will get some hatred for that.
I think this is my favorite search map.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. I don't know if I have a favorite search map. I didn't grow up playing search, I think, the same way a lot of people did.
Okay, yeah.
So it's got a little bit of a different taste in my mouth at this point. And it's not a good one. But Search and Destroy on Karachi coming up. We should have a pretty good one ahead of us. I know the Bulldogs feel really good. Missing Piece was saying that Karachi and Invasion are definitely maps that favor the Bulldogs over Cleary. So that does make up 3 out of 5 of our maps tonight. So should anything go to the worst, Ferris State, as long as they can hold on to their maps at the very least, should be looking good.
Yeah.
In the meantime, one other thing we can take a moment to discuss is going to be this weather. It's been beautiful. We should have snow finally coming back up. I know on Thursday I managed to see that there's going to be snow coming up. We had a nice sunshiny day today, but we are going to have...
There's some snow today, too.
There was a little bit of snow this morning. I went to class and realized that...
Yeah, I hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you're in the wrong state if you're not a fan of snow.
Yeah, well, you get one tasteful of blood and you're like, yeah, that's good for me.
But in the meantime, that means Bulldogs, stay safe when you're walking around campus. That icy snow, sometimes I know it can be difficult to get around campus with the ice there. So be careful when you're making your way around campus now, as the ice is starting to make its way back around campus.
Yeah. I'm not a fan. I just we got that 60-degree weather day, and I'm like, yeah, can we get this for the rest of the, till summer? And no, you can't.
We did. It was a particularly warm day for the middle of the winter.
I loved every minute of it. If it could be 60 and just a light wind every day, I'd be okay.
I think after growing up in Virginia, I've kind of had my fair share of 60-degree days that I'm not a particularly large fan of the warm weather. But nonetheless, that means more cold weather for me while I'm up here.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we should be heading back into Karachi relatively shortly. I know that rehost sometimes can take some time.
Yeah.
And I know usually after the first two maps that we get a little bit of an intermission. So in that time, we'll take a break. We'll go talk to the players, just see how they're feeling. Hopefully no rehosts this time around.
I would hope. It's been like 4 or 5, and it just takes forever.
Well, so another thing we can talk about is the maps that were banned. I know Rio got banned on both the options that it has. So why do you think that somebody would see Rio and just go, this is something we both teams seemingly agree?
Because it's new, and they're just not
familiar,
not enough reps, and they don't want to. They're not comfortable enough to give it a shot, especially when they can just put a map that they're comfortable with and they've won a lot on. So why not just ban it and choose one that's you're going to be good at?
Of course. I think that that's a pretty reasonable reason to ban a map for me. I think the other counterpart is that sometimes there's a team here and there who will see a new map come out, and in this case Rio, they will play it and play it and play it and play it, and it will be their pocket pick so that they can pull it out and grab themselves a free map. So I'm a little surprised that wasn't something we saw here. I guess I'm not terribly surprised. I know our Bulldogs hadn't been practicing it, and I guess if Cleary hasn't either, then that's just both teams agree ban worthy.
Yeah. Unless you're like at a bigger school, with like a higher degree of team where you're just scrimming the entire time, you'll probably get a lot of reps that way. But like, obviously we have a lot going on.
Right.
We got our own classes and stuff and schedules, so it makes it hard to kind of make that stuff happen.
Yeah. After that one, we'll be headed to Invasion for Control, which I think I got a similar reaction that you just had from most of the team when they realized they were playing Invasion on Control.
Yeah. Well, shall we go through what happened the last time they played Invasion Control?
Enlighten us.
We were about 2 seconds from winning the game, and we DC'd, and then the team wiped us, and that was the end of that map. And then we went to a map 5 and 1, but that still was not fun.
Absolutely. In the meantime, we're going to shoot y'all to a quick break. It looks like they may be having some trouble with the lobby. In the meantime, once they get loaded back in, we will jump right into the action and make sure y'all don't miss anything.
And you can't forget the fan support. Football is an important part of Ferris State College. Athletes learn about teamwork, personal commitment, and they all reach for that common goal: success.
And just like we expected, jumping right back in, I know they must have figured out that issue relatively quickly. I know they were waiting on that lobby to get started. Ferris State this time will be on the right with the red, and Cleary on the left in the blue. Gibby will grab the bomb right off the bat. Search and destroy. Bomb in hand for Cleary. Ferris will be defending first.
I like this spot from Otto. This is where I sit in that top bridge. And you kind of just wait for someone to come top third, or you wait for someone to just kind of bang out B-bomb to try and plant fast.
When you can see there as well, a missing piece is the one to be kind of covering that flank, make sure that nobody can flank Otto from that position, because there definitely is a open spot that could be pushed. Mikey, airstrike, finds the first blood of the game. Once again, 2 maps back-to-back. Gibby will go down, but so will airstrike in the process. Cloaked traded out as well. Ferris State in a 3v2. Bowie picks up the bomb, trying to make a play here. Plank covering his teammate. Looks like they may be going for the plant here momentarily. It looks like they heard Mikey. Swings around the corner, finds it, and that's a kill for the Bulldogs. Mikey gets 1. Plank will find a second. Bowie goes down, though, and the Ferris State in a 2v1. Otto and a missing piece. The 2 remaining, trying to buy their time. Otto, we saw, was defending B moments ago. So seeing them pushing over towards A now is definitely going to be a change
He's
of
right
pace.
below him.
They are directly underneath him. Pushing over to B now. Otto trying to make sure that nothing is missed. Missing piece, keeping an eye on things around a midpoint right now, but if this bomb gets planted, could be problematic. He sees Plank moving. Didn't quite catch the eyes, and Plank puts a nice move out and gets a kill. Otto now in a 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, they're just playing their time, and he's going to have to make a move here soon to try and bait him out. But all Point has to do is just sit here and wait. So
Otto running back and forth, trying to find the right position, gets the kill. And with 20 seconds to go on the clock, it's enough time to defuse. Fist bumps across the board from the team there, and a beautifully executed round. Ferris State grabs themselves round number 1. Cleary won't get the holdout on that one.
yeah, I mean, we didn't really shoot much at the beginning, but we did get a lot of information. I think that's what helped us a lot. I mean, when Airstrike went around that corner, he saw 3 people, and that's just bang, bang, bang. Okay, let's rotate. Now we know where they are, and we have a decent idea of where they're going to go. So,
absolutely. Headed into round number 2. Ferris State will be having the bomb in hand this time. Airstrike holding it. The early nade from Mikey, looking to find that early potential pick. Didn't quite find it.
Oh, he's going to sneak right below him. This could be a huge kill from him.
Otto could make a big play right here. Seems like they weren't ready for it. Able to find one. Otto with an early pick. First blood of the round, and Bowie will go down. Airstrike finds himself another. Cloaked going down as well, and that's going to be a big pick as we saw a huge performance from Cloaked on that map 1. As Gibby will also go down. Ferris State, Airstrike finding himself a double kill.
Yeah, I don't think they quite know where Plank is. I think they have a good idea, though.
Yeah, it seems like Otto maybe just patiently waiting, knows that they've got to be somewhere over there. Finds some shots. Is it enough? It is. Otto and Airstrike single-handedly cleaning up that round for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Cloaked was in the same position as Otto, so I'm sure that's just an auto clear because they know that that's a spot people like to sit in. So good shot from them.
Absolutely beautifully executed. Ferris State grabs themselves.
That striker's looking good.
Round number 2. That striker is looking
lethal.
Yeah, it is looking dangerous.
Yeah, I expect to see the same setup, Mikey in the back diner and Airstrike just kind of flowing through mid, and Missing Piece just kind of chilling on AC. This seems to be just a good setup for them. So
Gibby with the bomb in hand this time. Early nade from Otto.
Missing Piece is actually gonna go top church. So
a really heavy B push here coming out from Cleary. Ferris State not quite with a read. They've got 2 on each site, but as the Missing Piece goes down, that's going to be enough information for Airstrike to make the rotation. Otto can't quite find the first kill, gets the second. As they double back out, Otto gets 2. He's on a 5 streak before Cloaked can shut him down. Otto has found 1, 2, and 2 kills so far. He has been phenomenal for the team, but as they're going to plant right now, Cloaked still alive, playing behind that site. Bowie does go down. Cloaked, the last man standing in. Airstrike, unstoppable today. You can see it in his face. He's ready to go, and he's having fun with it, too.
yeah, I was gonna say until Bowie went down, I was like, okay, so we can wait for Mikey. Mikey's gonna go up top third, and you can just kind of pinch him through there. But looks like Mikey did his own thing, and so did Airstrike. So
absolutely a phenomenal performance there from Ferris State, grabbing their 3rd round. Airstrike laughing about how well that went for him. Able to find himself another kill. Airstrike 4-1, 5-1 from Otto. Definitely beautiful performance.
yeah, I mean they're just playing their lives and they're playing well and they're communicating. You can just see it on their faces.
Well, and I think that's one thing about Airstrike as well, is that he definitely has sort of on days and off days, but on days that he's on,
He's on.
He's on.
Especially, I mean, I've played with him a few times, and he flips the switch sometimes, and it's kind of crazy to watch.
And today seems to be one of those days. After that first map, seemingly locking in, 4-1 right now, bomb in hand, looking to make a play. Missing Piece will be the first one to go down that round.
Yeah, you're just playing together.
But Otto able to find the trade for his teammate. A 1-for-1 as Airstrike also shut down. Maybe I jinxed him. Plank traded out in the process, though. Mikey able to find that kill. Ferris State still in the 2v2. Otto and Mikey, the dynamic duo here.
Yeah, I don't think they really know where Otto went. I think they think he wrapped AC, but he's kind of just sitting in the back.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I know this map well enough to know where he is right now. Oh, that's where he is. That's a part of the map?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, he doesn't have a nade either, so he's kind of just... Oh,
Bowie stood back up, and Otto...
He got a haircut.
More than a haircut from that one. Otto able to find yet another kill for himself. 7-1 here on a 2-streak. Mikey on the same. 18 seconds to go, and as Mikey gets the bomb planted, Otto will cover him. Push through the doors slowly. Finds the kill again. Otto with the striker.
That striker's nasty.
He is unstoppable, it seems like. Ferris State grabbing themselves 4 rounds back-to-back in Search and Destroy. For those of you unfamiliar, is first to 6. Ferris State trying to make this one swift.
Yeah, I didn't get this gun gold because it was like a pellet gun when it came out, when the game released. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to go get this gun gold now. It actually does something now, so.
You may or may not believe this. I also don't have that gun gold.
Yeah, but that's just because you only use the knives.
I do use only melee weapons.
Which I also have the knife gold, so.
I have platinum on, I think, 4.
Of course you do.
Look, man. I got to have fun with the game somehow. Otto, once again rotating, taking a different angle this time. Doesn't want to be predictable.
You can see same setup. It's just airstrike prodding for information, and missing piece will just shift when he needs to.
Airstrike making an aggressive play here. Holding behind that counter. Could be very big for his team. Almost finds it. Cloaked, able to find that kill. Good reaction time. Brings down Airstrike. Ferris State loses the first player of the round. 3v4. Gibby beams once again with the bomb in hand. Mikey taking some damage through the wall. Trying to make it out alive. He does. Unfortunate situation. Comes through with a pistol. Mikey does go down. A missing piece. And Otto, the last two standing here.
Smart move from missing piece to just kind of sit back and wait for Otto to kind of get some information for him. I don't know what he's going to do, but
Otto
gets
finds that kill on Plank. And I think what we're seeing right now from Cleary is definitely a more passive play style than what we saw before.
Absolutely.
At first, they were bomb rushing these sites. They were running at them, and they were making it known where they were pushing. And I think after 2 rounds of that got going as planned, Bowie able to find that kill on Otto. A missing piece with 1. Chows for the second. Won't quite find it.
I think Otto got a little scared there. I didn't think he expected him to be there.
It did seem like he may have done a double take. Ferris State will finally drop a round in Search and Destroy. 4-1. Ferris State holds on to that lead. Missing piece narrowly goes down. Beautifully played as well. Nearly found that kill on Gibby, and what a beautiful turn that would have been.
I mean, yeah, if Otto gets that kill, I mean that's a completely different round for sure. But it is what it is. You're up 4-1. I think they're okay.
Yeah, we definitely saw a different play style from Cleary that round.
Yeah,
much more passive. They're gonna seek out the Bulldogs.
And I think that caught us off guard for sure.
Yeah, I think Ferris State wasn't expecting them to go looking for kills instead of planting. Otto throws that early nade, won't quite find it. Seemingly scared as well by another nade. Greeted close to his face, cloaked, playing up top, but they can't quite see him. Remember, those outlines are not visible for everybody.
Oh, he just couldn't get it behind the door.
I think Otto saw him, but just decided he had to duck and cover for that one. Otto goes down, cloaked, is traded out by a missing piece, though.
Mikey should have an angle on this guy as well, so look for that maybe. And we are in the bomb down as well. Just not enough bullets.
Mikey will go down. The bomb is planted, though, which means the timer is ticking. 37 seconds. The missing piece finds a kill on Bowie. Playing from on top of that AC is going to be really big here. I don't think that's AC. That's not the call out for this. Plank does go down. Airstrike traded out in the process. A 1v1 here. Missing piece versus Gibby and a missing Pete. What an angle. Swings out a little early.
I just couldn't get it.
Goes down.
See, I thought he was going to just check the bomb and then get back in there, but
I wonder if that maybe is too far away to
Yeah, it might be, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate round for Ferris State. We'll drop another Search and Destroy round, but Cleary only down 4-2. Ferris State holding on to that lead, needs 2 more to take it away.
Yeah, I think you may be right. I think he just couldn't see the other side. He just decided to chill to make sure he wasn't diffusing, but nonetheless, that was a good spot. I like that.
And you're right. You could definitely tell as well that he was looking at that bomb, because when he initially swings out, he's not looking up at that higher area. He was looking directly at the plant site. So, unfortunate scenario. Well played. Beautiful spot. I'll have to remember that for my own games. Now,
because it's just somewhere where you can like peek really fast, and you're not like you're exposed, but like you can peek it fast enough to where it's not a problem if you're exposed.
Otto, early nades.
He's gonna get watch out. He's gonna top third, yeah.
Yep. As Bowie is playing a similar place that we saw missing piece moments ago. Otto lit up, but still peeking even while missing health. Missing piece will go down, cloaked, able to win that fight. Airstrike. Now the one on the move here. Doesn't quite make the jump he's looking for. Caught off guard. Otto and Airstrike both go down, and Mikey, last man standing in a 1v4. Needs to read that Bowie's going to be here. Can't quite find the kill, and Bowie drops down.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a collapse from us, yeah.
Unfortunate scenario.
I didn't see on their faces, too. That was not how they wanted that to go.
Unfortunate loss there.
Yeah, I think I think Otto got caught out because he just didn't get there fast enough, and he got caught out by that those two guys top third, and then it was kind of just like, okay, I need help bad, and they just come as they're rotating. So
Absolutely been a tough one for the Bulldogs. They got 4 back-to-back, and unfortunately since then have only had nothing but trouble. We see Gibby turning it around a little bit there. A 6 streak from Gibby Beams on Cleary.
yeah, I think this is gonna be just kind of passive, seeing what they get. If they get a pick, they kind of maybe shift that way, but
The nade connects. Missing piece at an angle. Seems like he narrowly didn't see Bowie there. Mikey laying down, pre-clearing that corner. Could see a gunfight here in a second. Otto, Bowie, and Mikey. No, Cloaked able to find that kill, sneaks up behind him, and now Otto has to watch these stairs to cover for his teammate. Runs in the room, Cloaked goes down, the nade to follow up. Otto finds one. Airstrike does go down in the process, but Otto going to have a difficult time playing this fight out in his favor. Otto playing around the door.
unfortunate.
Unfortunate timing. Cleary will grab yet another round. 4-4 now. Cleary has turned this one around in a way that I don't think the Bulldogs are particularly a fan of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how could you be? You're up 4-0. Now it's 4-4. Yeah, not a good look for us. I think we need to be a little bit more aggressive on defense. Maybe just because they're being so passive. They're kind of just taking their time. I think we need to prod a little bit more just to make them uncomfortable. But then again, I'm not playing, so who knows?
Absolutely, and here comes the play from Otto.
Same spot. He sits there every time. Oh, he's actually going to go up. So this,
The high
I think
ground.
he's going to look for a quick flank. Oh no. I think he might be dead. He's going to get out
The
though.
cruise
He's
missile
good.
may be, he makes it out alive. Now Mikey repositioning. We saw him playing here on this first point earlier. Plank will find the first kill. Mikey goes down. As will Airstrike to Gibby.
And then we're right back in a 4v2, and now we're kind of just on our back foot trying to make anything happen.
Missing piece in Otto, the last two standing. Otto trying to even the playing field, able to find one, can't quite find another as Gibby will find that kill. Otto goes down, missing piece, last man standing here in a 1v3, 26 seconds to go, but more like 15 or so with that timer that you didn't get a defusal off as well. Cleary grabs themselves another round and takes the first lead of the map. Ferris State seemingly struggling here.
Yeah. It is do or die now. It's match points, so they got to, whatever issues they're having, they got to shore them up right now.
Gibby Beams has turned this game around rapidly for his team. I believe he is on a 10 streak right now.
That could be a possibility.
I'm not certain, but he has, and yeah,
Yep,
he
10
is
streak.
indeed. A 10 streak in S&D is, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So I can give my nod to that. That is definitely an impressive play. Otto still 11-6, putting up the numbers for the Bulldogs, but it's just not quite enough.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of waiting to see what we decide to do. This looks very similar to our last attempt. So I want to see how they differentiate. That's an insane angle.
Wow, I just got Rainbow 6 pixel peaked.
Yeah.
That was insane. Bowie able to find a kill from an angle that I didn't even think he'd be able to see from. Cloaked able to find yet another kill. Ferris State loses 2-3 as Airstrike goes down. Mikey, once again, the last man standing. Able to find some damage, not quite a kill, and Cleary turns it around. From a 4-0 lead for the Bulldogs, Cleary takes the map 6-4. Ferris State now on their hind paws a little bit.
Yeah.
An unfortunate situation. I'm sure the Bulldogs have a plan in mind, but as Cleary takes map number 2, that means we're headed into map number 3 shortly.
Invasion.
Gibby, look at that, a streak of 11 non-traded kills, 7. Beautifully executed, and unfortunately for Ferris State, they will drop map number 2, which means we're going to shoot y'all to a quick break. We'll be right back after we get a chance to talk with the players, go see how they're feeling after that, especially after that map. That's got to be brutal. So we'll go chat with them, see how they're feeling, and then we'll be back for map number 3, where we'll be headed to Invasion for Control.
Yeah.
As society and technology changes, we're going to change to respond to that. The basic mission won't change at all. Another new face is head football coach Dan Underwood. comes fresh from shining successes as defensive assistant for Central Michigan, Michigan State, and most recently, Arizona State, where he helped coach the defensive team to the #1 spot in the nation.
Absolutely. Dan Underwood is a superb coach. He's a great guy, great human being. He's starting new first year as I am at the college. He's bringing in his own system, his own people, his own assistants. He's educating and training players in the way he wants them to do. This year we've had a heavily freshman team. We've got kids who are come in for the first time with Dan. I'm really excited about what he's doing and can do.
Dan Underwood's goal for the Bulldogs is to be the best Division II team in the country. This may take some time, but he's very optimistic.
We're a very, very young program, and we're excited about the future. And we look for very, very good things to happen here.
Freshmen are vital to the football team and should expect to see some action on the field their first year at Ferris.
A young man, if he's interested in coming in and playing early, he can do that at Ferris State. And so we're looking, we had 54 freshmen this last fall. And we had at one time, we had as many as 14 start for us. So I think next year and the years to come, you're going to see freshmen and sophomores as we grow up play. So I think it's a great opportunity for a freshman to come in and play early.
Coaching staff here at Ferris is great. We had a good coaching staff the last 3 years I've been here, but for my senior year we had a new staff come in. Dan Underwood came in from Arizona State and brought along an excellent staff with him. I think the next 3 years the team will improve a lot, and it's a young team, and they brought in 45 recruits, and between those guys I think they're going to have a real football dynasty in the next 3 years.
I think the programs are fine also. It's a variety of programs that you can go into. They have something for everyone.
I think the coaching staff is great. All the new coaches came in, brought a lot of freshmen in, and let everybody see what they can do, and told all the players that all the jobs was open.
I like most about Ferris is that you're an individual up here and people understand you, they know you, and you're not treated like just another number like you would be at another school possibility. And it's just, you're treated as one, an individual.
I really like the coaching staff there.
And unfortunately, a seemingly quick load in for map number 3. Ferris State does grab away. So Cleary in the blue, Ferris State in the red. Cleary has grabbed point B. Gibby able to find a kill on a missing piece. Plank will go down as well in the process. While this is a respawn game mode, Control only has limited lives. Ferris State only down 2 right now, but they need to be able to lock down A. I would definitely argue that A is much easier to lock down on this site than B.
Yes. And right now what we really need to do is we need to get kills because Otto's already set up in the back.
Airstrike able to find 2. The nade and the follow-up kill with the pistol.
As you can see, number 6 all the way in the back, just waiting for them to respawn, and I believe they're looking for him. And they got him.
Otto does go down. Bowie will find that kill. Ferris State pushing on to A now as they get that first tick. It's going to be difficult. Mikey clears it out and manages to prevent them from getting the first tick, actually. Ferris State still down huge. 3 lives, but Mikey able to make a nice play to turn it around. Otto able to find some damage. If they decide to swing Mikey here, they'll be low already. Trying to hit the wall bang. Looks like that might not be a wall-bangable wall.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little too much
Otto
there.
Finds a nice shot on Bowie. We saw earlier Bowie had some nice angles against Ferris State. Missing piece. We'll find a kill on Plank, but Mikey will go down as well. Airstrike takes the time, heals up. Now going to reach out the point and gets it. Cloaked goes down. Ferris State denying this A site point for another minute and 15 is going to be their goal. 4 lives down, though. They're going to start running out of lives here.
Yeah, look at number 1 all the way in the back. Yeah, and you gotta watch it, but he has to watch everything. So
yeah, Gibby running around in the spawn, seemingly just killing Ferris before they can even change it. A missing piece finally able to deny that angle, but as A is getting some progress made on it, Ferris State is going to have to take that point, see if they can win it. As the first fight comes out, Cloaked, Plank both find one. Missing Piece and Mikey both go down, and Cloaked will fall as well right afterwards. Otto able to find that kill, but look to find himself another. Airstrike pushes in with a pistol, able to get one. Airstrike traded out in the process, though. Gibby able to find one now, playing from off-site. Trying to find a kill on Bowie. Missing Piece will find it, but the progress on A is getting closer and closer to complete. Ferris State finally able to clear it out. Missing Piece able to find 2 kills, and Airstrike assists on the third. Cloaked will fall, and Ferris State only down by 3 lives still. 55 seconds remaining. They're going to have a lot of time to stall out with only 2 lives per player here. Gibby able to find a kill on Missing Piece. Plank finds another one on Airstrike. 2 lives down of those 8. Ferris State's going to have to deny this. Otto able to find a kill on Plank, but a Missing Piece goes down again. Ferris State now runs out of respawns as Otto falls as well. Gibby will go down to Airstrike, but with 9 lives remaining for Cleary and Ferris on their last lives per player. Mikey able to find 1. Missing Piece will as well, but Airstrike goes down. He's the first one eliminated from the Bulldogs here. And Ferris State now having to fight a 3v6 in terms of lives. And while they're all defending 30 seconds of this last tick, Mikey in a tough spot, slides across, makes it out alive.
Otto's gotten 2. He's going to get taken out, though.
Otto did get 2 before
This
he goes down, which is big. Ferris State going to have to make the play of a lifetime here. Going to clear this out. Air, Missing Piece, finds some damage. Mikey holding down the point, able to get 1, 2, back to back. The Bulldogs seemingly unstoppable. The last 2 lives, Ferris State turned a fight into a 2-life fight. A Missing Piece just needs to be able to find 1 to assist his teammate. Swings around, gets 1. Just has to stall out the last 5 seconds as they push to the point. He gets swung on. Can he find it? Can't quite. But Ferris State showing that they're still fighting.
Yeah, that was very close, and huge 2-piece for Mikey to hold them off.
Enormous plays from a Missing Piece and Mikey. Could not have asked for a more properly executed coverage there.
Yeah.
Missing Piece able to fry one on the way in, and shortly afterwards, Mikey able to find one as well after they pushed in. That double kill being huge. Otto able to shut down some kills elsewhere before going down as well. Help alleviate that pressure over there on B, and Ferris State able to nearly turn that one in their favor. Now, Ferris State on attack. We'll see what they can do. The first point goes to Cleary, but in control. It's 1st to 3, so Ferris State's got some time to fight for themselves. Missing Piece throws that early nade. Won't quite find the kill with it. Otto, a double kill. Otto, a triple.
That should be A. I mean, they're all on it. Yeah, that's full stack. This is huge.
Ferris State fully locking down A right now. Mikey able to find that kill on Plank. Could be big for setting this up. Missing Piece. Otto and Mikey all fall down. Gibby able to swing in and find 3.
They got the point, though. That's all that matters.
But Ferris State able to stall out the time. Airstrike able to make it out alive and get that point. Ferris State able to grab point A. Now looking for point B. And like we said earlier, A definitely seems to be the one more difficult to lock down sometimes. So if they can change this one in their favor, it could be big. Airstrike able to find 1 with the grenade. Not before he's traded out. Plank and Bowie both go down in the trade as well. Ferris State looking to push on the site here. Now up 1 life. As opposed to where last round they were down a couple each fight.
Yeah. And they don't know where they are. That's why they're not just rushing down there. But they got to watch this mid-cut, which they do. And they are getting flanked by 1-2. Who is that? Gibby. Hopefully A can pick that up.
One sneaking around behind. Able to find some damage there. Gibby able to find that kill on Airstrike. But not before Otto finds that shutdown, denying that pressure. Finds himself another. Bowie will fall. Cloaked. Able to find a kill on a Missing Piece. Otto finds himself another. Plank trades out Airstrike. Mikey trades out Plank in return.
Yeah, this is looking good.
One tick at B for the Bulldogs, looking to find themselves another here. Ferris State definitely doing their job in terms of locking down A last round. You can see the difference it's making. Bowie able to find a kill on Otto before he's traded out. 1.5 ticks for the Bulldogs on B site right now. They really are going to need to lock down this last tick here if they're going to get it. As a Missing Piece and Mikey go down, Otto is able to find a kill on Gibby. Another one. Cloaked falls before he's traded out by Plank. Airstrike now pushing up the stairs. Ring around the Rosie. Airstrike can't seem to find the kill. And now, Ferris State only at 1 tick on B. Going to have to make a very aggressive play here to turn this one in their favor. Now down 1 life, 2 lives for the Bulldogs. Plank able to find a kill on a Missing Piece.
Yeah, with all that smoke going around, you can't really see that guy up top, and it's kind of causing problems.
It is definitely proving to be difficult. Otto, Airstrike, both able to find one, though, finding some kills for the Bulldogs. Missing piece, traded out in the process.
Huge
Airstrike
kill.
finds himself another. Plank has been so dominant on that upstairs hold that
the thorn
that's
has been
really
removed
big.
from the side.
Bowie, Cloaked, both able to find kills in the Bulldogs, but Cloaked traded out. Gibby able to find one on Missing Piece, but Ferris State, 4 lives remaining, no life, no respawns allowed at this point, and once again, Ferris State with half the lives Cleary has. This one not going nearly as in the favor as we saw that last one go. A Missing Piece and Mikey, once again, the last 2 remaining, but it won't go as hoped. Ferris State.
This is honestly the first time I've seen the first 2 rounds go in lives. So this is actually quite interesting. It just looks like we're getting outslayed, but I think most of that has to go to Plank on top of Broken, because they just could not get him out of there, and he was just punishing him respawn after respawn after respawn.
Yeah, Ferris State seemingly having a tough time turning this one into their favor. And also to note, in CCO right now, Ferris State is 3-0 and Cleary is 1-1. So the Bulldogs are favored going into this match. Unfortunately, this has not gone as planned. Mikey already early pushing over to A. I know after watching him play ranked as well, that's definitely a point he's confident on holding. Able to find one, can't quite find the next. Missing Piece and Mikey both go down in a trade for Bowie. Now losing that first tick on A is going to be brutal for a start. Airstrike brought down from behind. Gibby once again playing from inside Ferris' spawn, doing a lot of damage. Mikey shuts it down before it can become a problem. Otto goes down to Gibby. Mikey will find some damage here. Not quite enough. Plank able to find 2 before he's traded out by Otto. Airstrike finds himself 1, 2, back to back.
They got the second tick though, but that was good play from Airstrike, but good coverage from Plank on Gibby, because we just couldn't get in there as he was just watching over it.
Yep, Missing Piece rotating around. Mikey does go down to Gibby over on point B. Gibby able to find yet another one. Otto, a Missing Piece, able to find 1 before Missing Piece is traded out. Mikey now pushing around. Otto goes down to Plank. Airstrike able to find 1 before he's traded out by Gibby. Cloaked brings down Airstrike there, and Cleary will grab point B. They're 1 tick away from grabbing point A, and they have 2 minutes remaining. Ferris State 2 lives down and 2 minutes to go to stall 1 tick of point A. Could be difficult, not impossible, as Gibby is 28-14. He's got a 2 KD right now.
Have you noticed that a lot of these fights we're losing are based off of Cleary sending 2 guys to each gunfight? They're just playing together on all these fights. Like, majority of the fights that matter, they're just trading each other and they're playing flawlessly together. And it's kind of hard for us to reset. Missing
Piece and Otto both able to find 1 on site, but not before they're both cleared out. Mikey, Missing Piece both go down. Airstrike falls as well. Gibby 31-14. Otto able to find a kill on Gibby in return as well. Bowie, Plank, able to find 1, Cloaked, and Ferris State can't hold out the point. Cleary comfortably grabs map point number 3 from Control, and that's
the game.
That's the game. That is the map and the game. Ferris State, who came into this map with the upper hand, unfortunately just could not seem to hold on.
They just couldn't get anything going.
The momentum was just
right
not
from
in their
the start.
favor.
Right from the start.
Difficult match for the Bulldogs. Gibby, 5,000 damage and 31-15. That is quite the performance.
Yeah.
Unfortunate round for Ferris State, but Otto, 4,000 damage and 25-17, I believe that was. Definitely a pretty strong performance as well. Definitely an unfortunate loss for the Bulldogs, but it only gives you one more thing to come back for, stronger for.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
there's definitely a lot to learn from.
Absolutely.
This.
You can always look back at a loss and VOD review it to get better. In the meantime, I think that's all we have in terms of stream tonight. We will see you all tomorrow for a Valorant Gold stream. We look forward to it. Bulldogs, stay safe, play smart, play together. Have a great night.